Hey, you all. Hope you all are doing good. Long time. But yeah, a lot was happening in my life, around my life, all in good ways. But yeah, I just recently had training on past life regression, and I was drawn to make a video on it and share about my experience and how helpful it is. Um, and I did the regression on other people too, which helps them gain the clarity, gain the stability that was needed. So the training program was held for like 8 days. It was intense training, but learned a few techniques on how to use different ways to work on different emotions, different feelings, different, take the person to a different lifetime and access everything in the best way possible, make them feel everything, make them see how their life was and what happened during their life, significant incidents of that life. It is all a guided session that I also conduct now. With my experience, I gain a lot of clarity in so many things that was happening in my life, and I understood how the third dimension functions, and I understood the abusive patterns, the abuse that was set in our lives, understood that pretty clearly too. And yes, it is pretty strongly set. Everything is wrong. But yeah, thankfully everything is changing pretty much soon. Already we might be feeling the change in certain ways. The field is getting stronger. But about my experience, I gain a lot of clarity, a lot of understanding on how the system works. So basically, if I tell you in a deeper manner, whatever we experience in this life, of course, the frequencies goes back. We carry those frequencies with us, the trauma, the accident energies, or the abuse, everything we carry with us on the other side. And if not given enough time to heal, it stays with us. Those abusive frequencies become a part of us, and we kind of live through it again and again and again. And I've noticed that incident frequencies that has happened in the third dimension stays here. So it also flows. So whenever we come back in a body in this planet, those frequencies kind of recognizes us. It comes to us, and we leave all of that again, because in certain way we kind of leave all of that again, or we it's the karma system that they have been saying. So in Hinduism, and I don't know about, like, I haven't read much of the scriptures of other religious stuff, so I'm not sure how it works in there. But in Hinduism, the karmas is stated that way, that whatever we do, we have to repay for it. We we get what we do, kind of a thing, which is in a way true. But it's like, let's say something bad had happened to me in one life. I'll share one of my experience in one of my lives. So I had a traumatic incident happen to me in that life, in one of my lives, and whoever did that to me was a part of this life also. So when I went into that life, the technique of going into that life was, I was led by my body or my conscious energy to, lead me to wherever it was needed to be focused on. And I was needed to focus on a certain part of my body, and then digging deep into that, I went to a life where everything started to happen related to that frequencies or the energy that had been, I was carrying forward from where. So I was leading to that life, went there, saw how it happened. So there was a traumatic incident, an abusive kind of incident, brutal trauma, and it stayed with me until now. And the person who did that to me was also part of my life in this life. In that life, whatever he or she did with me, that thing happened, similar kind of thing happened to him. I wouldn't say similar, but like it was a balancing kind of frequencies. So let's say he kind of put me in an embarrassing situation in that life, he was put a similar kind of situation in this life, and the energy between both were quite similar. Yet he was the abuser in that life, and in this life also he was the abuser. So that didn't change, and I was the way I am right now. And in that lifetime, I saw myself as a timid, shy kind of a personality, and in this life also, whenever I was around that person, I was becoming that timid, shy personality. Now with my regression, it moved forward, and when so the whole process goes this way, that whenever it's time to leave the body from that life, the consciousness leaves from that body, we work on the consciousness, we work on the healing of that life body, or that life's whatever unhealed frequencies, we work on healing them in there, or we work on healing them when we go to our spirit guide. So in regression, we go to our spirit guide also. We go there, we give time for our soul, our spirit to heal when we are around our spirit guide, and we get all the healing that's needed to sort out those energies, those unhealed frequencies get healed, and then we get to talk to our spirit guides too. It's all a guided process, so it's an induced trance state that the person is in, whom I'm regressing. That person would be in induced trance, and I will be guiding them what to do and where to move forward and what's next and everything. And in the time where we are around, I was around my spirit guide, I was able to feel them clearly, so vividly, and I was able to talk to them very strongly, again so vividly. I got all my answers that I had related to that topic. or I could ask any other questions too whenever I'm around my spirit guide, and whenever I feel completely healed from that matter, I'm led to come back to this body again. So I had, well, at the time of training, I had a few regression sessions, and I went to different lives, and it got me a lot of clarity on so many topics. And with the regression, if we go to a good life, a strong life, even if it's not a good life, but your personality is the strong, or like a very solid kind of a personality, or you have some talent in that life, we can tap into that and try to bring in some of those frequencies to this life also. It's like recognizing ourselves in a better way. That could happen. So let's say I saw myself as a queen of some place in one of my lives, and I was very powerful, very strong personality in that life. That was like close to who I am in real as a spirit. And I was able to open that part more in myself, feel the strength and the power that I really have. I was able to accept or access that part more now after realizing that. And of course, when I go to my spirit guide, I am my real self, so that also makes me understand my strength. So regression kind of helped in a lot many ways for me, and I'm hoping to help whoever wants to have regression from me. We could do that online. I'm listing down my email address. You could email me on that, and we'll take it forward from there. So yeah, it was a really, really interesting subject, or a really elaborated understanding on how we have different lives in this dimension. It's mainly elaborated to that. But going back into different lives and seeing it like in a very stretched out way was really helpful to understand many things. And we could specifically focus on anything which our mind is stuck to. If there is a certain pattern stuck to you, or certain emotions that is stuck to you, that has been carrying, like you have been carrying forward from any of the past lives, we could work on it, we could heal that, and we could like come back with the whole you. I mean, a healed part of you could come back from there, and it can merge. We can work on different fragmented pieces of your soul too, of the spirit too, because when many times it's like things are so much abusive or traumatic, particular part of us detaches from us who felt all the trauma or the abuse. That part detaches, and it left us feeling incomplete. So we could go back to that neglected part of yourself and work on it, heal it, and help it merge with your whole self. And that helps in becoming who you are in a real way. So yeah, there's much more. If you want to discuss, we could definitely discuss on the comment section. Or if you're interested in the regression, either it's a past life or this life age regression also can be done. So yeah, let me know if anybody of you are interested in it. Email me or comment. That's all. Thank you.